Hey, it's Deanna and Justin.
I think I'm realizing I thought a lot of people I knew had the same musical taste, but they don't. Like no one wants to go to country concerts with me, right? Out of my immediate friend group, but I
Really?
joined
That surprises me.
like one maybe. Yeah, no one really listens to it. But then again, like I wasn't really into it until college, so I guess another
Yeah.
formative years. But I joined this. It's a fantasy music league. It's through Spotify. It's called musicleague.com. And every week there's a theme and you submit a song, right? And then everybody votes on the songs, and whoever gets the most votes wins. So last week was like songs that were made famous from my movies, like Mrs. Robinson was on there.
Okay.
I submitted Running with the Devil from Ready to Rumble, and then I realized I'm a nerd. But this week is deep cuts. So it's songs that are not well known by artists who are very well known. Okay. So I want to read to you the songs, and then you need to guess what mine is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Also, I have an opinion on this at the end. All I Want to Do by the Beach Boys. Freaks and
Wait,
Geeks.
which one is that?
I think I can play it. Hold up. They all kind of sound the same. So just imagine a Beach Boys song with them saying "All I Want to Do."
Oh my,
Okay.
I think that's the one I know the least. Okay.
It was deep cuts. Remember, Freaks and Geeks, Childish Gambino, Dog Ears, Maggie Rogers, Vicar and Something, The Smiths, Paper Rings, Taylor Swift, Ottoman, Vampire Weekend, Walking on Something. I don't even know who that is. I'm not even going to read that. Japanese, Trees, Modest Mouse, Within You, Something, The Beatles, Skipboard Cook, Third Eye Blind, Will You Be There, Michael Jackson. I'm going to skip a bunch of these because I don't even know them. And Space Cowboy, NSYNC featuring Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Which one was mine? It's very easy.
I don't remember half of the ones you already
Exactly.
said.
Space Cowboy, NSYNC. You know that song?
I think I do, yeah, but
Wait, it'll
I
play.
don't recognize most of those titles.
Like it was deep cuts, so it's like I was like, okay, big band, NSYNC, everybody knows them.
Right.
Okay, it's like this is not what I wanted to play, but it's like "Take a ride." If you know the song, if you heard
I
it,
know
right?
that I definitely know the song, but I wouldn't have guessed that NSYNC was your choice. Maybe out of the whole group of songs you just gave me.
Terrible category, but Taylor Swift doesn't have any deep cuts because people know all of her songs that are Taylor Swift fans. So I was like, Taylor Swift should not be in this category.
Be on the list at all.
Right? I don't think I'm wrong.
Have a Taylor Swift deep cut.
No, because like she's like Bruce Springsteen, no deep cuts. Pearl Jam, no deep cuts.
Yeah.
Billy Joel, no deep, because everybody like they play 3 hours. If you play over an hour and a half, you don't have deep cuts because everybody knows your songs. I think that's a rule.
Wait, so you said this is an app? What is this again?
It's like musicleague.com. It's like fantasy football, but for music. It's with people who do not know football. But like coming up, there's like songs by artists who are no longer with us. So I'm picking Prince because I want to win.
Right.
Songs that you have to listen to loudly. Like I'm going to kill those, like absolutely murder these ones. But there's just like, this one was so hard. And I'm like, someone nominated their own song that they wrote.
What's the goal?
You just get as many points as you can, and then you win at the end of the season.
What do you win?
Pride.
Just bragging, right?
Well, I think then people are like, you have taste. This is a way to.
But there's no, you don't like buy in. There's no.
No, it's with like 15, 20 people, I think.
Well, that doesn't give me any incentive to want to do it.
I'm in 8th place. I have 1 point so far. So someone voted for Running with the Devil. So
that's a good one.
I'm in the group chat now, and I'm going to text them. Someone nominated their own song. Their own song.
I've nominated myself before, but usually it was for our show. Like
That's
best video
though.
show, Deanna and Justin.
It was an entity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was for actual, recognition, not just like a little. I was just very upset. I'm like, these are none of these songs. But now I know my music taste is completely different than everybody that I'm in there with.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Well, I mean, you work in music, so
Yeah, I just listen to it all. There's no
yeah.
specific. There's
I
no.
feel like people who work in radio have a hand up when it comes to any kind of like music conversation.
And there's some songs that I actually, you know what I realized though? We don't hate songs. We're just tired of playing some songs.
Yeah, I love it. Now make me hate it.
Yeah, and I've made it hate myself. I hate myself for hating it, but then eventually I'll like it again in 20 years, right? There's always a comeback.
When I was flying back here, what was it, last weekend? 2 weekends? Not this past weekend, the weekend before. Monday, when I was flying back here from Philly. Oh no, wait a minute. We were landing in Philly. Okay. We were landing in Philly. I flew in on the morning of Friday, 2 Fridays ago. And the flight attendant gets on the speaker like as we're landing, and just making like the regular, like, okay, we're
Oh no.
whatever. So she goes, all right, y'all, now you're landing in Philly, not Philadelphia. She goes, so on your way out of the plane, I need to know Pat's or Genos. And right away I gave an audible ugh.
Did
right?
multiple people?
No, because most of them were visitors from Nashville.
Okay.
Right. So the people next to me started Googling what's
That's funny.
Genos. And so I hear the girl next to me like reading to her husband or boyfriend like what these places are. And she's like reading some stuff out loud, and I turned to her, and I don't know why I just felt compelled to kind of give her my own little tidbit. And I said, I wouldn't go to either.
Oh, wow. Really? See, here's the problem. The people on there probably thought that this was part of the deboarding process, like a customs form. And then you just don't say anything. Like you're sneaking drugs into Philadelphia from Nashville.
I said, I was going to give her a couple recommendations, but I figured let me keep this short and sweet because I could talk all day about where is the best place to go for cheesesteaks in Philly. And I just said, listen, I said, if you're really looking for a good cheesesteak, go to D'Alessandro's. Like, that's a great place, right?
Yeah.
But she goes, well, we're not going to go. I was just trying to figure out what she was talking about. So they weren't even like leaving the airport. They had a layover.
Oh my God. Like she probably scared a couple of people that were like, do we need to know something getting
really
off the plane?
Them. I mean, I thought it was cute, to try and relate to the passengers, but I was like, if you're really from Philly, you're not given the option to people of Pat's or Genos. Like
the only option, the good thing is like they're open late. So that's like if you're in a bind, which I have done, go there late. I don't hate them, but like there's better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but especially when you're talking to half the flight who has a layover and they're staying in the Philly airport, Jim's is now in the airport. Like, go there.
Oh, it's weird when they do breakfast too. They're like, every place has breakfast in the airport when they're not a breakfast place. Like the sushi place is bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm like, what is happening here? Like a bacon, egg, and cheese roll.
We caught this bacon fresh.
Yes, it's
sushi grade bacon.
I guess you could just spice up the salmon and make it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's salmon bacon. Let's do a little research here. I feel like they make bacon out of everything now.
They make turkey bacon. Why not salmon bacon?
Dude, salmon bacon exists, which is just smoked fish. Which is just smoked fish, right? You're just drying it out.
Right. It's basically just lox.
Yeah, just hard locks. Hard lock life for us. I experienced, because I went to the shore post Labor Day, I feel like I got a taste of like locals summer.
Oh yeah,
which is wild.
It's the best.
It's there's no bands. Like I like the live music, but you can get a seat at the bar. There's no stress, and more importantly, you can finally poop at the bar if you have to. Because when it's packed during the summer, you got to go home for a poop. But if one hits you because you're there for a couple hours, the bathrooms are clean. I think that's the biggest positive of local summer is clean bathrooms at every bar.
Yeah, and you don't have to wait in line to get in anywhere.
Well, I don't wait in line.
Elbow deep of people.
I think that's one thing I've given up in life is just waiting in line to get places.
I love local summer.
I was
My
somewhere.
favorite.
Oh, I was at Secrets, and they did like I think they do a countdown like every Sunday or something.
Hmm.
And they're like, "Yay for locals!" And I'm like, "I'm here on a bachelor party. This is weird to me." And it's just a bunch of hippies. It was hippies and me.
They're like, get out. Well, was it Asbury or somewhere? Some account that I follow on Instagram posted, "Benny be gone. Local summers here."
So Benny is not not a local, right?
Right.
Does that come from something?
I'm pretty sure it's an acronym.
Oh, let's look it up. All right. How do you?
Yeah.
Is it B
Benny
Benny local
or
beach?
Bennie.
Oh, here we go. Okay. There's a Wikipedia page. Term used by year-round residents of the Jersey Shore to describe stereotypically rude, flashy, loud tourists from North Jersey and New York. So, what I'm saying is these don't exist in North Wildwood because there's no fist pumpers there. Often, okay. Someone said it's a short for something with Benihana, beneficials. I guess something like that. It comes from that.
I don't know.
Benjamin Franklin, whose pictures on the $100 bill reference the tourists spending money all summer. That seems like the best one.
That's hilarious.
They got a lot of bennies to spend, and then
Yeah.
you're taking their bennies.
That's it. They have like T-shirts and garden flags that they sell at the Jersey Shore that say "Benny be gone."
They're like, you people who give us the money for the rest of the year for us to live, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, get out. We appreciate your business. Now get out.
Yeah, it's like, thanks for funding the year. If you stay longer, we'll make more money, but we don't want that. We
don't really want you here.
We want to sell T-shirts on the boardwalk that insult you.
I was in the grocery store the other day, and I saw something that made my jaw drop.
Was it Reba McEntire?
No, but I was staring. It was that shocking. I was staring for long enough that I realized I was noticed. Like people noticed me staring, so I had to turn away. I was at the deli counter. I was getting just like turkey and cheese, and there was a couple there, and they're waiting for their order, and the girl was wearing a pair of shorts that had one particular face all over them.
Like printed.
Yeah. It looked like the kind of shorts that people will buy somebody for like a bachelorette party, has her fiance's face all over them or something.
Was it? I was going to guess. Was it a singer?
No. The only problem is that these were clearly like her bachelorette shorts. Like it was her fiance's face, and she was in the grocery store with her fiance.
Red flag.
So she's like kissing the guy whose face she's wearing in the deli line at Publix.
So here's the bigger issue. Why are we making out surrounded by encased meats? Can we not this is again, people gave me so much crap for this, like holding hands in a busy area. Don't do it.
This is the kind of stuff that it just makes me wonder, why are people like my best friend and my sister single when there's people out there who wear each other's face in public?
Do you think it she's claiming him in public?
On your bachelorette party, that's different.
Yeah, it's funny.
To interrupt you.
It's funny then. Is she claiming him in public? I feel like that's a red flag.
It's almost like she was peeing on him.
Could you? Yeah. If you get a bad wipe, you're getting skids on his face. Think about that for a second. This might deter you from ever wearing anything with your loved one's face on it.
I'm sure they're very much in love. And I'm not knocking the girl as a human being in general, but those shorts should have been put away the minute you came home from Miami or wherever you went for your bachelorette party.
And you can't donate them. They can't go to the Goodwill. Right.
No one else is going to. Well, I mean, someone else might wear them because that's funny. I know people who would probably just buy another person's face
Me.
because it would be funny. You would probably buy a shirt with someone's face, random person's face on it.
But they like that's it. They exist within the 4 days of you pretending not to be the person you actually are on your bachelorette party. And then that's it. Like you're like if you I'm telling you, if you have gas one day, you're farting on their face. You're gonna give them you're giving them pink eye with your shorts.
That kind of stuff just makes me think like I'm sure she's a very nice person, but could you imagine like what she does for a living? Like tell me in real life she's a defense lawyer. But on Saturday morning she had her boyfriend's face on her shorts inside the Publix grocery store.
Now, you know it would be worse if they each had each other's faces on the shorts they're wearing together.
And they're together.
And then they're making out.
And they're riding a tandem bicycle.
Yeah, they're making out while getting their cheese sliced too thick, even though they asked for thin. Like, it's just so gross. That's so.
Oh, speaking of that, this is genius. It's
a thin cheese?
No, but Publix has a guide to thinness on the case, on the deli case.
Yeah.
And they've named it. They've categorized it like thick, thin, very thin, and it's on the deli case right there. So when they ask you about thickness, you can give them the answer that they have right in front of them. It's genius.
Okay, I'm trying to find an image here.
Because some people have it's all relative. Thick and thin is all relative to people.
I thought, so the one I found, but I thought I read it wrong. It goes dinner cut, sandwich, thin cut, very thin. Yes. I thought it said Slade. It says shaved. Although Slade would be great for your imported ham. Deli slice guide. Here we go. This is actually pretty good. There's numbers on this one.
It's brilliant.
Because my question was, do people take their deli meats as seriously as we do up here down there?
Well, I mean, they must, because it was here in the Publix grocery store in Nashville. Like,
but what I'm saying is, like, people here are very brand loyal, unless you're getting like E. coli to certain brands. You know what I mean? Like,
I see
you want Land O'Lakes cheese, Dietz and Watson. Like down there, I think they're just like whatever tastes like ham.
I mean, I usually get the cheapest one.
Well, yeah, but like you've made it in life when you are brand loyal to your deli meats. That's like real.
You're like, I'm only getting Boar's Head.
That's rich people stuff right there. When I like people who had fridges in their garages and people who had name brand, they could order name brand meats at the deli counter. Like that's how you know you like
now
you
made it.
Like screw out like $1 million listing and stuff. Like deli meat counter. There it is. What kind of meats do you buy? I should put that on my hinge. What meats do you buy?
Ooh.
Do you like meats? Maybe not that. Maybe just
that question, but like, do you
like
splurge
meats?
for an extra $2 per pound so that you can get a good name brand deli meat?
I should have brought this up. My friend sent me. So he is engaged now. And it was, he found this tweet about every Hinge profile. If I can find it real quick. If not, we'll just continue talking. And how, like, it's all the same. Because it is. But, like, mostly for the girls, it was, like, pumpkin patch pick. Saying you like to travel.
Just all the stereotypical things you put on your dating profile?
Yeah, and mostly people just ghost you on there. Like someone here was trying to hook me up with somebody. This is a weird situation, so I'll tell you about it. Someone I know that may or may not work here got a DM from somebody who's like, he's cute. And I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't know how to say no. Without saying, so what I said was, I don't want to be hooked up. My anxiety is too high. That I feel like that was the best cop out I had.
Yeah, that's probably the best response.
Yeah, so I just was like, let me fake mental illness for a couple minutes to avoid having to talk to this woman.
You're not really faking it though. You're very high strung.
I do have it, but I was just like, I am not I'm just like, nope, I'm definitely good. I know what I did say. I was like, I'm committed to finding somebody in the wild. I'm not, because people don't do that anymore. But I was just like, let me be a traditionalist here, and just lied. So that's how you lie, and expose your anxiety for your benefit to get out of
Well, no,
going on a date with
that's
somebody.
that's valid. You can lean on your anxiety. Like, that's valid. So
That's what I'm saying.
It's really funny you bring this up, because just yesterday I read a story about a guy who spent $1,000 on Facebook ads to target himself to a certain demographic, and he met someone through his targeted Facebook ads.
So that's something I would do. That is,
you would do that over being like matched with somebody through a mutual friend?
Oh no, not rather, but I would do that.
That surprises me. Knowing how high your anxiety is, you would
just
target
but it's
yourself
funny
on Facebook?
because it's a bit. That's why I'm into it, because it's like it's funny. It's a good story.
All right. So if we could find somebody to sponsor $1,000 worth
Facebook
of Facebook ads.
Here's the thing, though. Like, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's desperate," and that's the people that I don't want to spend my life with, right? So it weeds them out right away.
Right.
Even if the ad is bad, which it won't be bad, because look at me.
No, either way, I think it brings the right kind of person to you because of what you just said. Like, the people who aren't into it aren't going to respond to it, and that's not the kind of person you're looking for. You're looking for a kind of person who gets the bit.
Yes, who is like,
this is funny. I want to get to know this guy.
A digital marketing entrepreneur. Oh, I found the article.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. He's a digital marketing entrepreneur. Like, he's loaded. So $1,500 straight to the point. Women click on it and fill out a form. I told you about that girl that I found on Hinge that had like a whole form to like fill out.
Now I'm thinking, like, who can we get? Do you think Hellman's Mayonnaise would do it?
I don't know. Like, I would have to be talked into it a little bit more now that I think about it. Like, now the woman he met is hot.
Had stickers that say "Good Morning Mayonnaise" with our names on them. So
let me tell you, he is probably a solid 6. The girl he met, pretty hard 8.5. So this kind of might work.
Exactly. Like, I'm on a mission. I'm gonna find someone to sponsor $1,000 worth of Facebook ads that have your face on it.
Oh my God, I don't even know what I would put on there. Please help. Please help me. If I go through it now, like, I'm going to pull up a random person on Hinge, right? Let's just see like the first profile I get, right? Here's the phone. I'm not going to show you it. I'm going to guarantee it says something about travel, something about brunch, and something about communication. Okay. This is Emma. Green flags. Tell me about the last. This one's not good. She's a very specific. Okay. We'll go to this one. This one's good. Okay. This year I really want to delete this dumb app. Nurse. Picture with dog. Blue moon is the best.
Like your perfect person.
I know. I'm going to like her real quick. Hold on. What's this say? Rainy days, movies, and white wine. I'm into it. All right. That was a little basic, but I like it.
Yeah, but she sounds like your kind of gal.
I liked her. We'll see what happens. This might be it.
Maybe we just found your
live on the podcast. Like, I just like to go through and it's like, love to travel. Picture at pumpkin patch. It's kind of this iced lattes and brunch. There we go. I found the first one.
Yeah, there it is.
We're in love now. We just found love on here.
You're gonna have to start drinking white wine.
Speaking of wine, I went out to buy wine for Mom, Dad, and I were going to go to this Italian restaurant in Sea Isle. And we were like getting ready. And then our neighbors just showed up from North Carolina and they're like, we're here. So we just didn't go. And I'm glad we didn't go because I don't know how I can style my hair for nice dinners because it's so long and ridiculous now.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of places you can't wear a hat.
Yeah. But they just flew in. Like, they bought tickets the night before and they just showed up at our beach house. It
And
was
they didn't
awesome.
tell you guys at all?
No, they like texted my sister a couple weeks before, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna come up randomly. What's a good weekend?" And then I don't know my parents' schedule to go down, and then they just showed up, and it was awesome.
Wow.
So now 10 years. So 10 years ago, my mom turned 50. We flew her best friend and didn't tell her as a surprise. She hadn't seen in like 15 years, and then 10 years later, she's 60, and then another surprise. So like Dad and I are trying to. We played it off like we didn't know, which we didn't know, but also kind of alluded to that we did know. So we're covered. Like I feel like we're just using it as a cover to be like, yeah, we planned this. We didn't.
Wait, so you weren't in on this surprise?
No. The last one I had to go pick her up at the airport, and like I have a whole video of it and stuff. But yeah, so
Did
like
you
we're
blow
trying.
it last time, or is there a reason they left you out of this one?
No, they just showed the hell up. I mean, they used to live in North Wildwood too. Like they lived by us. They moved to North Wildwood when my parents bought a house, and then they moved to South Carolina, and hadn't been back for a while. So they just showed up, which is great. Which is like, and they pay with it with points. So I'm like, this is perfect for everybody
Oh,
because
nice.
so then my mom's like, I can't believe you spent that money. They're like, no, we have points.
Like we
We fly
didn't.
to your children. Yeah, it was great.
Like we didn't spend any money on you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like if you said that, she'd be mad, but then you said you spent points, so she's not mad. I'm like, can we just
Girl math.
no? That's not how this works. That's bad girl math, though.
It is though. It's like this didn't cost me anything. I've spent
Yeah.
so much money in the past that I got this free trip.
Like the last time we surprised her, like Dad paid for it, right? So like that was us spending money, so that it was fine. But if other people spend money, then it's bad. This is girl math. How do people live like this?
Every day. It's very easy.
Justify it. It's not. It's bad.
Like
Just accept that they want
I bought something when I moved into this apartment a month ago. It didn't fit. I brought it back.
free money.
I got I got something else in its place. A month ago, it's too long. The money's been processed. It's come and gone. It's not even
Yes.
in my like P&L anymore. So it was free money.
What's a P&L?
Profit and loss.
Oh, I was like, the hell P&L? I'm like, what are we running numbers now?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I went to a bar out here because I found the Philadelphia Eagles fan page of Nashville.
Okay. I don't know if you went to the one we went to, but like, keep going.
No, because the one that they used to watch games at has shut down. So
It's like got dogs in the name.
yeah,
Oh, that place
Yeah.
was legit.
yeah, that place shut down.
No.
So they had a new bar they were all meeting at this season. And so I decided to go alone. Like, I don't know any other Eagles fans out here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but she lives a little far away. So I went by myself and I was like, whatever, I'm going to be amongst family. Like, this is going to be fine. But so the bar wasn't prepared for the fact that the game was on Peacock.
That's fair though.
And
That's
they
kind of
didn't-
like
Yeah,
not on their like opening thing, like
right.
find Peacock.
So they didn't have Peacock. So the guy had set up a projector screen the day before, and he was able to play the game from one of his devices on this projector.
Okay.
And he had Bluetooth speakers connected. So that was fine. The problem was the place is so big that not everyone could see the projector. So the TVs surrounding the bar had a replay of the Ravens game from the
That's
night
fun.
before. So I pulled up Peacock on my phone and I was sitting at the bar watching it on silent, listening to the sound.
I've done
they
that
had.
before.
Yeah. So of course, once people start seeing that I'm doing this, they start kind of huddling around. So I made new friends by being the one who had the game on my phone. It was just like four of us huddled around it.
They called ahead and were like, we're coming with Eagles fans because I feel like you have to at this point because there's a lot of them down there.
Yeah. There were like 100 people in this bar.
I can't believe the other place closed down. I'm upset about that.
I'm just
Was it
very
great?
excited that I have other people to watch with. And when I scream at the television, I'm not going to be looked at sideways.
Yeah, when I moved to California, I was the only one. Also, it wasn't like a transplant city, like obviously Nashville is.
Right.
So there's other people. But at least they were prepared. I can't believe the other place closed down. It was so good.
Yeah.
Also, like when like 100 people that are Eagles fans show up, there's two responses. Oh, this is great for us. Like we're going to spend money, or like we have to shut down because we don't want this. We don't want these people here.
Well, they even tried to cater to us by providing like themed menu items. They had a soft pretzel with cheese dip and a Philly chicken cheesesteak. So it was kind of cute. I was pretty impressed.
I like how the pretzels like they have that, but they just renamed it. Like, they already had that as a menu item.
They were like, it's a Philly soft pretzel. I'm like,
yeah. Well,
whatever.
Don't put the name in front. Don't put the name in front. It'll be fine. Okay.
That was all I had.
That's all I got. Well, right at the time, I was like, all right, we're right at the time.
I was like, that was kind of convenient. 30 minutes. There we go. Yeah, that's all I got. So we're working on a podcast opening. We're working on like an actual produced open. Not that. That was my phone.
That should be it.
And it's just the iPhone notification. So my friend Vinny from the band Jersey Calling is working on it, and we'll see.
Which is the perfect name for somebody in a band called Jersey Calling.
Right? Vinny.
Is it Vincenzo or is it Vincent?
Oh, I think it's Vincent. Well, I don't know.
We can pretend it's Vincenzo.
I'll have to ask him now.
Say, you only know Vinny.
Well, he listens to the podcast, so he'll probably text me in like a week or so and tell me. He'll just text me out of nowhere. It's Vincent.
Jersey Calling is 2 Vinnies, a Pete, and a Paul.
Actually,
and sometimes a Giovanna. Did I nail it?
Wait. Now you're making me want to pull it up real quick. Hold on a second. Let's see.
If I got 2 out of 3, or like the girl's got to be Giovanna, right?
No, the girl is Victoria.
Okay, well, that's close. If there's 2 vowels on the end of the name, right? That's what I feel like I was going for there. That's so. Oh man, I hope I nailed it. Are you texting them?
No, I'm looking at their Instagram and I'm trying to do like
tags.
Yeah, but it's not working out for me.
I'm sure we'll know immediately.
Yeah, I'll have to find out. And what's worse is that I've met them all and I've been introduced to them all, but sure enough, at this moment, I can't remember everything.
But if you want to go see them, their tours are on their Instagram. Their dates are there, and you can ask them what their names are.
Yeah, they're opening at the MMRBQ. So
okay, if you're going, which is in a week and a half.
Yeah, next Saturday.
You can ask them their names and be like, "Did he nail it?" I'll probably be pretty close.
I am very excited for it. It sounds pretty good. So hopefully we'll be able to implement it in the next episode. But that's
okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, mayonnaise.